Hey YouTube, Chris DIY Garage here. I'm just here to show you my 2007 Chevy Silverado short bed. I've been building this truck for about a year and a half now. So far it's got the full paint job right here in my garage. So good results are possible without a spray booth or without a lot of knowledge. Most of what I learned is on YouTube. So I'm here to try and show you guys what I'm learning. It's got some color match mirrors on it. It's got the street scene side skirts. I did, because it's a very typical problem on these Chevys, the quarter panels rots out, so I actually cut this all back and replaced all the sheet metal. It came out very flat. It's the first time I've ever done a panel swap, so as you can see it's pretty flat. It has the rear spoiler, it's got a rear roll pan. It's got the new style with the red letters. It's kind of a black and red theme on this truck. It's got the new style Silverado badges, LED tail lights. Exterior wise, it's just, it's got the LED third brake light. It's got a street scenes front bumper, custom grille. I just shaved out the whole center. It's got about the biggest intercooler you could possibly fit in here. This is all custom made out of 2 separate cores. I made the center and 2 end tanks for it. LED tail lights. The bumper right now isn't held on. It's got a ZL1 style reverse hood scoop, cowl induction. It's got the twin scroll dumps right here coming out of it. So we're going to go around and check out the interior of it. It's got a leatherseats.com custom red leather with the black top stitch. It's actually from here to here it's all leather and the side is vinyl. I honestly can't tell the difference, neither can anybody else. I wrapped this airbag cover with leather. This is all leather that I hand stitched. It came out okay. It took me about 3 nights to learn how to do it, and it was actually pretty difficult. So a lot goes out to the leather guys. I also dyed the whole interior. This was once a tan interior truck, so the door panels, the dashboard, everything was originally tan, the headliner. Let's get a Kenwood doubled in. I mounted in here the double air fuel gauge. I got a boost gauge mounted here. It's pretty basic interior. I just wanted to clean it up and make it. Here's the engine bay on the truck. It's got a fully forged 5.3 motor, K1 crank, Y-scope pistons, eagle rods, hand-ported heads. It's got the bronze trunnion upgrade. It's got chromoly push rods, dual springs. It's got a high lift cam. I got custom 3-inch charge pipes, twin precision blow-off valves with the red and black like usual. I got twin 40 wastegates, V-band for the turbo to hot size charge pipe. Ceramic coated the housing of the turbo. I got a full 4-inch stainless steel downpipe and exhaust. Aluminum radiator hoses upper and lower. I got a custom radiator I put in the truck. It was a universal unit. I actually ordered it wrong, so it worked out perfect. The inlet and the outlet were reversed. For the crossover, I got kind of a twin scroll set up here. A whole bunch of pie cuts. I think it was 20 cuts total. I did that. TIG welded all together. It's got 1 3/4 Flowtech headers, stainless steel. It just got some cheap eBay valve covers on it. I made a custom catch can up here. Twin breathers. It's got 2 8AN hoses for the breather setup. It's got the Fuel Lab fuel pump, Fuel Lab fuel regulator. I did a whole custom fuel tank pickup with a supply and return using all 8AN lines. I deleted the, I more or less hot wired the pump so it just runs full tilt all the time. It does step down with the boost gauge. I have a boost gauge that has an output where I can use it as a warning to ground out the pump and switch to low speed. It's got, it's kind of got a wire tuck, or more or less neatened up wires, so half the wires they run underneath the motor, the other half run up through the wiper tray and then down behind him, and then that's your whole top of the motor. So the wires are all really neat. Let's take a look at this intercooler. So let's take a look at this massive intercooler I built for the truck. It's about 11.5 inches by almost a full 4 feet. A little over 4 feet, end tank to end tank. I built this center section so I could stay with the contour of the factory grill. 2 custom end tanks. You can actually see, so this one here, I made a diverter in it, so kind of rather than hitting this, you can see I made custom brackets for the intercooler itself. I moved the air conditioning condenser forward. I moved the radiator forward. This is all more or less to clear the crossover pipe with the fans and everything behind it. I also have a custom tank for the coolant expansion that I made up here. Custom air conditioning lines to clear the turbo kit. I also have 2 40mm twin scroll wastegates. This is a BMS billet 80mm twin scroll turbo. It's probably the only eBay part I used on the truck, but all the reviews were really good for it, so I figured, you know, less than half the money, I'd try it out, so we'll see what happens. So guys, let's take a look at the underneath of the truck. I know the rear end's out of it right now, which is going to be on a later video. It's got the factory, for right now, it's got the factory 10 bolt 8.5 inch rear end. I'm going to narrow it and build it. I have most of the parts, I'm waiting on a couple. So what I did was a custom 3-link suspension. So it's got a pin-hard bar, QA1 coilovers. I did a mini notch. So I got lateral bars, or the lower link bars, the upper link bar. It goes up like this. The upper link bar isn't, you know, it's about 40% the length of the lower, so it is a little short, but I was limited on space. The hole underneath the truck has been repainted. I flipped the bed and the cab over and redid them both, and as you can see, everything is really clean. I cleaned the hell out of everything before I put it together. There's a shot of the TIG welded exhaust I did for it. I did just a downturn. So as far as the transmission, I got the tranny cooler out here, just a Summit Racing fin tube cooler. And the transmission itself has all Sonex parts, Sonex input and output shaft. And it's got the full everything you can do. That 4L60 transmission is done to this tranny, so I'm gonna see how it holds up. I've heard some people with over 1,000 horse, they have no issue. So I'm hoping for 1,000. We'll see what it will actually do. These are the tires that are going in the back. They're Mickey Thompson Sportsman's 29 by 15 20-inch wheel, which is the reason I'm narrowing the rear end. You can see the massive tubs I made for the back. They're bead rolled, custom made. They came out really good. I also did this bed liner with a Raptor liner off Amazon in my garage. It was very, very easy. We'll take a look at the inside of the wheel tub. I think they came out really nice. So guys, that's pretty much the walk around of the Turbo Silverado. I'm hoping for about 1,000 horse to the wheels on high boost. I'm just waiting on the rest of the rear end parts. Here's the rear end. You know, factory axles right now, factory housing, but I had already welded on all the bracketry for the 3-link suspension, and I figured it's more work than it's worth to you know, swap housings out for like a Ford 9-inch. So it's getting the Detroit locker, Richmond ring and pinion. It's got new Dutchman outer housings coming with the big Ford 9-inch, the big Ford 9-inch bearings. I'm just waiting on a couple parts, and I'm actually going to build that and narrow it in another video as soon as I get the parts. So guys, thanks for watching. This is the truck. You might see it on the road or on the dyno in a couple of months. All right.